While the world watches the sky over Tel Aviv and Tehran, a much more dangerous battle is being fought in the shadows of the global financial system. It's 2026, and the Israel-Iran conflict has reached a point of no return. But here is what the mainstream media isn't telling you. This isn't just a regional war. It is a calculated strike against your purchasing power. If you have money in a 401k, a savings account, or the U.S. stock market, you are standing on a landmine. Stay with me until the very end of this video, where I will reveal the Black Swan asset that historically explodes in value during Middle Eastern conflicts. And no, it's not just gold. Today, we decode the 2026 war-proof blueprint. Let's talk facts. Iran controls the Strait of Hormuz. Every single day, 21 million barrels of oil pass through this narrow choke point. That's 21% of global petroleum consumption. If a single missile hits a tanker or Iran decides to block the strait, the math is simple. Oil jumps from $80 to $250 a barrel in less than 72 hours. In 2026, the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve is at its lowest level since the 1980s. We have no buffer. This means $10 per gallon at the pump for every American family. When energy prices triple, the cost of transporting food triples. Your $100 grocery bill becomes $300. This is energy-induced hyperinflation, and most people are completely unprepared. For 50 years, the US dollar's global dominance was built on one deal: Saudi Arabia and OPEC, selling oil only in dollars. But in 2026, that deal is dead. As Iran, a key member of BRICS, escalates this conflict, they are pushing China and Russia to bypass the dollar entirely. If the world stops needing dollars to buy oil, trillions of greenbacks will flood back to the US, causing the dollar's value to evaporate. This conflict is the great catalyst for the de-dollarization of the planet. Your savings aren't just losing value because of prices. The currency itself is losing its global utility. Why is the stock market still standing? Because of Project Sentinel. The government's AI-driven liquidity injection is keeping the S&P 500 on life support to prevent a total panic. But history shows us a pattern. The 1973 oil crisis and the 1979 Iranian Revolution both led to massive market crashes after an initial period of fake stability. The big institutions, the smart money, are already exiting. They are selling you their stocks while they move into hard assets. If you are waiting for the news to tell you to sell, you are already the exit liquidity for the billionaires. So, how do you protect your family? You need a war-proof portfolio. 1. Energy independence. Look into midstream oil and gas companies that own the pipelines, not just the wells. 2. Defense contractors. In a world of drones and AI warfare, companies like Palantir and Lockheed Martin become the new safe havens. 3. Physical custody. If cyber warfare hits the U.S. banking grid, which is a Tier 1 threat in 2026, your digital balance is just a number on a screen. You need physical precious metals and decentralized assets that exist outside the SWIFT system. 4. The Black Swan asset. As promised, let's look at the asset that outperforms during conflict: commodity-linked ETFs. When supply chains break, things you can touch, wheat, copper, lithium, become more valuable than any paper currency. The drums of war are beating, but you don't have to be a victim of the fallout. The wealth blueprint isn't about fear, it's about being one step ahead of the crowd. We are living through a historic shift in global power. If you found value in this deep dive, do me a favor. Hit the like button to help this information reach more people before the next escalation. Subscribe and turn on notifications, because in 2026, the news changes every hour, and I'll be here to decode it for your wealth. Stay sharp, stay prepared, and most importantly, Stay wealthy. I'll see you in the next one.